Oh, fuck's sake. What in the flying fuck? Wait. Okay, you can see me finally. Okay, because my YouTube. Okay, that one's not showing up on YouTube. Hold on. You guys, this is so nuts. This has never happened before. Hold on a second. I was sitting there doing all the noise and stuff, and I'm waiting for the YouTube screen to kind of go live, right? So I can see it. Okay, we're fine. I can finally see myself. Um, okay, okay. So which one is live right now? I'm gonna pull down the one that's not live. Let's see if I can do this right. Hold on, you guys. This is the craziest thing. I've never had this happen before. Totally, YouTube was just stuck. There was no convincing YouTube that I was actually live. Hold on. This is a booger way to start. Okay, YouTube, what are you doing to me? Hold on a second. My channel. View my channel. Live. Are there two sitting there? Okay, that one's live. This one's upcoming. I will. Okay, hold on. What a load of crap. Okay, that one's live. This one's upcoming. I'm going to delete this one. Delete it. Where do you delete it? How do you delete it? Jiminy crickets. All right, hold on. There's no way to delete it. More actions. Delete. You son of a bitch. Okay. Okay, I'm deleting the one that is not started. Oh boy. Okay, hold on a second, you guys. Make sure this other one gets deleted. What a crazy thing. Yeah, so I'm sitting there doing the little this thing for 2 minutes. I'm doing all that stuff. I did a really good one too. It was really good. And I'm sitting there waiting for my screen to, it plays a couple of ads. I see that stuff go down. And then by the time it plays 2 full ads, the little scene that I'm shooting comes up, right? And that's when I know it's been about 2 minutes and then I should come on camera. Dude, it never got off the waiting for Michael Pilmer to stream thing. So, oh man. So is this the original one or is this the second one I started? Let's see. I think I lost. Now I do remember who was first. It was Bill. Okay, so Bill was first. Bill McKenzie was first in the chat. So, hey, note to me when you're reviewing these streams to find out who's first. It's Bill. It's not Zuna, who was first when the stream started after I stopped it. And oh, God. I got to open this, you guys. I got to do my intro and everything. I don't know what's going on. That is never. Okay, this is the second one. Okay. It's just crazy. I don't know what happened. Like YouTube just shit the bed in a big way. I mean, StreamYard was just streaming right along, counting down. Everything was cool. I was seeing all the comments. YouTube, nothing. Not a damn thing. Oh, man. I was rooting around all my YouTube channel going, where is it? Where is my live video that's live right now? Anyway, cheers, everybody. It's Thursday. It's a day in the week that we typically get together here and do what we do. And what started as an excuse for me, first and foremost, to socialize or a desperate attempt actually to socialize during the lockdown. That's one of the reasons I first started live streaming. And then the other reason was because I really wanted to fully use my YouTube channel for once, because I never really had done that in the 10 years I owned it up to that point. So that's another reason we started streaming. Now it's turned into this thing where it's, I guess, fairly therapeutic for some of us. And I do it almost every Thursday that I can, here from home in Raleigh. And you see here, Charlie, you didn't get to see him do he was doing this dance for 2 minutes while the stream wasn't live. Oh my God. Anyway, Bill McKenzie, you were first. So don't let me forget that. So yeah, Charlie did his thing. I had this whole intro planned and, hey, speaking of stuff that went wrong, guess who's not here again? Tim will not be here. He told me, less than an hour before we were supposed to do this. And I don't think he's been to twice. I don't think he's been to 2 live streams in a row in quite some time. I think he typically shows up like once a month now or something. Anyway, I'm wondering, I'm going to need somebody to step in sometimes. If he can't show up, I would love to still have a wingman, a cohort, a co-host, whatever. But if any of you are seriously thinking that you're interested in getting up on camera with me, if Tim can't show up in instances like this, I'm not asking you to do it tonight. I'm just saying in the future, I would like to have a backup plan, because I tend to, if I know Tim's going to be here, or if I think Tim's going to be here, then I plan a show based on me bouncing stuff off him, and I can't do that now. So I really like to have a person here to talk with, if at all possible. So let me know in the comments if you're interested in being, I guess, a co-host, we'll call it. Just put co-host yes in the chat, and we could talk about it. Because it's really not that hard. You just have to talk to me about stuff and stay on brand. But yeah, wow. I think Tim has this family thing he does every Thursday afternoon, which makes it really hard for him to get to the stream in time. So maybe the stream is not his priority anymore. That's okay. I just need a backup. Vincent may be my co-host. Now, Vincent, I'm not quite as geeky and nerdy as you, so I can't talk about things that you would typically talk about with your peers, aka movies, geeky stuff. I'm only into some really specific geeky things, and that's all I know. So you'd have to dial it in for my specific weird tastes, my very bland palate, if you will. But yeah, okay. So at least I know I haven't, because you're here all the time, Vincent. I can at least count on you. Yeah. So Zuna, I kind of need somebody who is going to be. But let's just put this on the screen. Vincent, co-host, yes. And Kami, you're here most times. You can give it a shot sometime. Okay. I just need to know that somebody will be around to jump on screen with me. Last moment's notice, if possible. Hey, Vinyl Dreamscape, what's up? I'm going to say hi to everybody in a second. And sorry about all the people who were here before who I didn't say hi to because technology. But at least we sound okay. The problem we were having with the microphone a couple streams ago seems to be gone. But yeah, wow, it's never happened to me. I was thinking, did I not pay my StreamYard bill? But wait, StreamYard says I'm streaming. Why doesn't YouTube? First time that's ever happened. And then I had to start a new one for it to work. That's really weird to me. Anyway, I'm going to say hi to people. Zuna, of course, hello. Always good to see you. Michael Pilmer, hi, how are you? Nice to see you. Oh, you're having trouble? Oh, that's too bad. AZ Mick, what's happening? A little wave, as usual. Thank you, Mick. Jerry, what's happening? Tattoo artist and artist in general extraordinaire. Hell yeah. You get to hang with us if this stream keeps going. And Kami, of course. And Max the Hat. Exactly what kind of hat is that, Max? Mm-hmm. Okay. Record Man, Dave, what's happening? Good to see you. Thanks again for your support on the eBay. I'm glad I have things that you want to purchase. I dig it. Thanks for the support. Jerry Layton. Michael Proskin. Pardon me. I'll see you soon at Devotional, my friend. As long as, as well as a few other of yous. Bill McKenzie, of course, you were first today. Don't let anybody forget that. Heck Far, I can't wait to see you in the Cleveland at the Devotional. That's going to be cool. Late but here, love the shirt. Peter Graves, you missed all the mayhem. I tried to go live and it wasn't happening. I pressed all the right buttons and everything. Tim needs a performance review. We'll have to give him one. Who is really quite businesslike and stern? Who could be that character? And a suit. We need a suit to come up here and give him a review. That would be really great. Brian Skitch. Hello, Pilmer and crew. Happy Dork Day. Mr. Biz co-host. Oh, but he's got his own scene, He doesn't have time to co-host over here. I mean, I would love that. That would be really good. That'd be good co-branding, I think they call it. But yeah, he has his own thing. I don't expect him to be here every Thursday and then stream his own thing because he sometimes streams Thursdays. So that might be a little Vinyl Dreamscape. It is Thursday, I must say. But Kami, yes, if you want to give it a shot sometime. So what I'll have to do is when we get to that point of me going, oh, look, Tim's not here. I will give whoever's going to join me on screen a little moderation wrench so you can do things. And see how it goes. Because I do need somebody to talk to every now and then. Now, sometimes I'll just have enough stories and things to tell you about my past trip or something that I don't really need somebody else on screen because I'm just riffing, I'm just going. But it is always nice to have a reliable person to come up here and talk. Hello, Amina. Nice to see you. I don't know if you were at the other stream that died, but this one's up now. So here we go. Okay. And you might want to do that too. Okay. This is great. I'm glad. Thanks for the support. Now, if I do call on one of you guys, now let me actually write this down. I'm going to write these names down. So we got Record Man, 1961. We got Kami. We got who was the first one? Oh yeah, Vincent. Okay, so we got those three so far, and that's great. And I know Zuna, you said, if you want bland co-host, yes, okay, Peter Graves. That's just my palate, Peter. I'm not very interesting. I have a pretty bland palate. Now Breakfast King and Vinyl Dreamscape are talking about some kind of record digging adventure, I'm guessing. I want to know more about that. Hugo Toaster, I've missed saying your name. Thanks for being here again. Howdy. Mm-hmm. So, some sort of hat. Have you ever tried an Energy Dome? Energy Dome is a special kind of hat. You might be able to try one of those. Eddie's Physical Media Talk. What's up? I love talking physical media. I live it. Okay, so look, they're talking more music geek stuff. I dig it. I have a pink suit. That's a conversation item right there. Now, if Tim only had a pink suit, I think Tim would fight me before he wore a pink suit. He would fist fight me in the street before he put on a pink suit. I'm not sure why he would have a problem with that, but I think he would. Hey, hi, Theria. Biz and Michael stream, I vote yes. Well, of course you would, because it just would make sense. Two ultra nerdy music fans, both with upside down plastic costume crosses in their house. That's what I'm seeing. Adrian, of course, hello. I think I saw you on the stream before we had to cancel, or whatever. Dead Wax, what's happening, buddy? Nice to see you, man. Cheers. Charlie's got a piece of chicken today. I want you guys to be careful because I think he might use it as a weapon. Okay. I can't say yay or nay whether he will, but he may get cray with the chicken leg. I'm just saying. But welcome, Randy Deadwax, of course. So everybody's here. Everybody's saying hi. This is great. Okay, so this is finally working, and I'm really happy about that. Now, I got my list of people who are currently interested in possibly swooping in and co-hosting with me if I need that. So yeah, this whole dork side Thursday therapy thing, it's grown into something that I would have never predicted. I'll tell you that. Now, let's start right off the bat, since we had such a negative start to this stream with all the technical heebie-jeebies up in here. YouTube, thank you very much. I watched YouTube not monetize this because I started off pissed off. They'll be like, no, that stream there, the first 6 seconds, that guy was angry. We can't have that monetized. YouTube, it's your fault. Don't even go there. It's your fault. But what I was going to say is I want to start off, since we had a negative start, I want to start off by asking you guys, and please don't start yet, asking you guys to name something positive that happened to you since last Thursday, something forward-moving in your life, something you checked off your list, maybe a way you made money or made a friend, whatever the case, something positive that happened to you since last Thursday. And I want you to start your comment with the word positive and then carry on with the positive thing so that I know what you're replying to, so that I know it's not in reply to somebody else in the chat. Just start with the word positive, because I like to hear what's going on in your life that is good, that you would consider good. Charlie is on edge today, as is YouTube. Yes. Is Biz here? Oh, Biz is here. Biz, what's happening, man? So there's been some talk here, Mr. Biz. Since Tim, I don't think Tim has been here for a stream, like 2 streams in a row for a while. I think he maybe comes like once a month, maybe twice a month. He hasn't really been here regularly. So it makes it hard for me to plan these streams, because sometimes I really do rely on there being another head on screen for me to talk to, bounce things off to, discuss things with, So I was asking people in the chat here if anybody would be willing to be kind of my backup co-host should I need you 3 times a month if Tim can't show up at the last minute. I'll make you a mod if you're not already, and then you can come on here and help me talk about things. And all I ask is that you behave for the most part and stay on brand. Talk about the stuff that I tend to talk about with me, and then we can entertain the people, or at least provide some kind of laughter, some kind of therapeutic giggling. Now, the positives. Oh, well, let me mention my positive. Okay, my positive is that I was cleaning up. I was actually going through some papers and some stuff that wasn't filed, and I was putting them in the proper archival folders. And there was an archival folder labeled something, and this was in it. And I think it may have been like a Devo folder. It was just Devo stuff, right? So I'm looking through it, and I pull this out, and it's not Devo at all. I don't know why it was in there, but I forgot I had it. I got this mailed to me back in 2011 from Spokane, Washington. Now, if you know Spokane, Washington, you might know that there's a lot of kind of religious culture there. And I knew a very religious man from Spokane. Didn't meet him ever face to face, but we did talk on the phone at least a couple times back in the day. And I was a big fan of his. I'm a big record collector of the guy that this was from at Global Distribution in Spokane, Washington. Now, dig this. Now, a lot of you people aren't going to know who this is, but if you've been paying attention to my channel, and if you've known me for a few years or whatever, I've done videos, at least one video on this guy. Anyway, it's Merrill Womack. It's an autographed picture of Merrill Womack that I forgot I had, that he sent to me back in 2011. And the first time I talked to him on the phone was probably 1996 or 8 or something like that. So I'd known him all those years, and he would send me things every now and then, but I collect his records. He's a gospel singer who got his face burned off in a plane accident after he made his first gospel record. the Merrill Womack. Uh, what do you call it? The Merrill Womack brand, the Merrill Womack project, Merrill Womack's career in music. He started one album, and the album had like 100 pictures of his face on it because he was every member of this choir, this singing chorus of people. He was every head. It was like very early cut and paste, really well done stuff. And then after that album came out, he was in a plane wreck and burned his beautiful face off. Like he was a very good looking Caucasian male, you know. So, but he kept putting out records, and he put out, I'm going to say, dozens of records, almost all of them with his face on the cover after that plane wreck. So I collected stuff. I found this picture, and I was pretty happy about it. And that's my positive. That is my positive thing. Now let's get into what you guys are talking about. Charlie, I'm gonna put you over there. Let's see. First positive I see here is my friend Todd is going to see Aim on the Sniffers Saturday. You will not be disappointed, of course. And God, I wish I could be there. I can't see enough of them. Okay, so Max the Hat, positive. I got an Oh No It's Devo record this weekend for $10 at this record store I've never tried before. You know, Max, it's really hard to find vintage Devo vinyls. It's hard to find the vinyls of Devo anymore for anything like that price. Usually I see them, they're $30 or more. And oftentimes not in the greatest shape. But yeah, you used to find Devo records used a lot more than you do these days. So I think that's a good thing. Value has definitely increased a lot. Positive, says Vince. Tori and I put a bid on a small house. Fingers crossed. That's the best decision you'll ever make in your life, is buying property, my friend. That's good. Okay, let's see. Douglas Gilbert, welcome. Positive. I washed the cat with special shampoo to get rid of dry skin. Well, I guess it's not positive that your cat has dry skin you have to treat, but I like that you can wash your cat. Now, the only shampoo I've ever used on my cats is not really a shampoo. It's called spray-on shampoo, and you don't have to wash it off. You just kind of pet it on the cat, and somehow it cleans it. I'm not sure how that works, but that's the only shampoo I've used on cats. Now, Bill McKenzie, who was first in the chat today, says, positive, Stone Temple Pilots are here in town Saturday night. STP, as they call them. Now, the STP I was familiar with when I was a kid was that oil company sticker. It was red, white, and blue, had STP. All kids had that. They either had patches or stickers of that. I'm not sure why it was such a thing. Maybe it was because I was in Ohio. STP was a big thing when I was a kid. But Stone Temple Pilots, I kind of missed the whole grunge era of music. I just was not paying attention. But yeah, I hear that they're a popular band. Zuna, positive, been reading a lot of... Okay, wait a second. Oh, Mark's book. I was like, wait, is that a misspelling or is that a real word? Yeah, Mark's book. That's good. All the eyes. Yeah, Mark Mothersbaugh has a art book out. His most recent one. All about eyes, y'all. It's got all these eyes on it. Oh, all right, for sure. Mostly Saturdays lately. Okay. Hey, man, it really would be good to have a backup when Mr. Nolan bails on me, because I never usually find out until an hour or 30 minutes before the stream. It's just, I don't know why it's standard for him to tell me that late in the game, but Jerry Layton, no, all you need to do is be able to get on camera, make sure your microphone works, mute YouTube when you're on here, and don't show your genitals. That's really the only rules there. But yeah, you don't need to be a computer genius. Any problems, we can probably walk you through how to fix it. Biz, well, I'm not asking Biz to behave necessarily. Maybe he's the one that can misbehave. Heckfar, positive, booked a tour on my Thailand trip to pet real live tigers. Whoa. Oh, man. Whew. I'd love to meet a big cat like that I could pet. Oh, that would be the one thing that would get me to go to Thailand, is the petting real live tigers. Although I might see that somehow the tigers aren't happy, or they're kind of not really into meeting humans, but they do anyway. I would just kind of maybe get this really weird vibe that the tigers aren't happy in their environment, but that's the only setback, I think. 2011 unboxing. I'm not sure what that's referring to, but hey, there you go. 2011 unboxing, whatever that was. Oh, Oh, wait a second. You guys are talking about a specific, okay, the stream the podcast. Okay, I get it. What is all this about, Biz? Those little cartoons. What are you trying to say? Building circus tent. I don't know. Spokane. It's Spokane, man. Like cocaine. Spokane. That's what it is, Breakfast King. A very good looking cocktail. What? Merrill Womack was a very symmetrical, good looking white man. And then horror, his face got burned off. But the good news was he lived. And not only did he live, he kept making records. You can't stop the man from making his music and putting his face on a record. And he even did another record after his face was burned off where he put his face on it numerous times. There was 4 Merrills on another record called Merrill Womack in Quartet. Find it for your own record collection. I think I may have sent that one to Vinyl Richie years ago. I think Vinyl Richie owns Merrill Womack in Quartet with 4 burned Merrill Womacks on the cover singing. Biz would be great for the show. He talks so much. Hey, man. He can probably just pose and breathe heavy, and it would entertain at least half the audience. Hell, he could even do a cartwheel and a fart wheel. Everyone's going camping, Nicktronic, monkeys and stuff. Okay, Randy, Peter. Okay. Now, next up, while we're streaming, if you guys think of what I'm looking for. Okay, so here's my calendar. This is my calendar. This is August. And this is usually what I write all my concert plans down, like where I'm going to see bands. So as you'll see here in August, I got 18th. We're supposed to be the Soap Girls in Charlotte, North Carolina. I don't think that's happening anymore. I think something got bungled with their tour dates. But then there's this band called Thra, which I really like, and Deceptor, another a local band here. But Thra is really great, kind of a metal thing. And they're happening in Raleigh the 25th of August. But other than that, I have no music plans for August. And the only thing I have in September is devotional. There's the devotional dates in green, right? And then in October, I have 3 things. I got Whores. You know the band Whores, right? In Raleigh, I got Carcass in Greensboro and Carcass in Norfolk, Virginia. But if you know of anything, and even into November, let's see, November? Oh, I got lots of Dickies in November. I got 4 Dickies dates I may go to in November. But what I'm asking you is, August, September, October, or November, if you guys have any live show recommendations to me, and the part of the country I would need it to be in is obviously the Southeast or a few 4 or 5 hour at the most road trip away from North Carolina. So I'm talking like, DC, Richmond, Virginia, maybe even a little farther out. I don't know, but I'm looking for recommendations. Bands you think I might like, bands you know that I like, who might be touring August, September, October. I'm just looking to fill maybe a few more dates with a little road trip here and there. So, Dead Wax, of course, you can do all that. I would recommend you keep the audio entertainment to our noise portion of the stream so that it gets fully appreciated for what it is, being art. Not just fart, it is art. And you can pick your nose anytime. That's good. As long as you show us what you're getting. You can't hide the treasure. Hey, Butter Knives, you and Zuna are here. I like that. I feel more whole. I feel my whole. I feel more whole and I feel my whole. You need to come to Detroit. That's a long drive. I'm excited for Devotional Week. Me too. Planning the nitty gritty now. And we're going to do a devotional announcement real soon, probably early next week. There'll be some more news. And so stay tuned for that. Now here's Michael Proskin's positive. I saw Primus in Cincinnati on Tuesday, high energy mosh pit and some great crowd serving. Primus, that guy that is with them, is his name Mike something? I don't know much about. No, wait, that's not Primus. That's Mr. Bungle. I'm thinking Mr. Bungle. I get those two bands kind of sound the same, right? Mr. Bungle and Primus are the same kind of genre of that kind of metally, jazzy, proggy stuff, funky stuff. I don't even know what to call Primus and Mr. Bungle. But okay, so the Primus guy, what's his name? That I gave him some I Threw Up stickers once in Santiago, Chile, of all places. I gave the guy in Primus, the main dude, I Threw Up stickers. He was standing with the guy from Sonic Youth. I forget his name too. Jeez. I can't put myself on the spot and remember these names. So if a Devo, and Kami says, so if a Devo member shows up to devotional, do they meet fans? Well, of course. Of course they do. I'm trying to work that out right now. Now, see, here's the thing. Devo is kind of busy with some things in personal life and business. And it's just turned Mark's scoring a lot in September. There's stuff going down. So I'm trying to get one of those main dudes, the Mark or the Jerry, to confirm. And I have some tentative yeses, but I can't say much more. And I'll have to just wait until, we get the word. But yes, of course, that's what they come there for, to meet people. Dead Wax, it's only 666 miles. I know there's no way you would ever come see me, Dead Wax. I probably have more space and a bigger guest room. And I don't know. What could I do to tempt you to come down here? And then we'll go see a show from here. Or I guess I can come to Detroit. But man, I hardly ever hear of song. I mean, I know my friends Adult play in Detroit from time to time. But man, I don't know. It's a long way. Good afternoon. Good evening, Dan Ductor. Nice to see you, man. Thanks for stopping in. Oh, yeah. Well, that's what happens. Well, you guys just didn't step. You didn't step in. You stomped in. Stomped. Quit stomping my hole. Stomping my hole. Stomping my hole. Aaron's going camping. I'm scrolling up now to see what I missed. Aaron's going camping. Okay. Oh, yeah. Bugga. Is that what they call him? Les Claypool. That's the guy who I gave I Threw Up stickers. And you know what he did? He did this thing that sometimes people, like, I don't know how to say it. Like, I guess sometimes I give those stickers to normies, right? People that don't really understand what it's for or how to use it, or how valuable it is. And as far as like, you could stick that wherever you want. So I tend to tell people, look, keep that for the right time. You're going to know when it's the right time to use it. But sometimes as soon as I hand it to somebody, they'll just unstick it and then they'll stick it on their face. So it just is sticking right here, coming out of their mouth. Oh, I can't tell you how many times I've seen people do that. And that's what Les Claypool did. And I was like, oh, really? I was like, here's another one. Use it more wisely. But what's his name from Sonic Youth knew what they are because he had one on his guitar for years. And then that guitar got stolen. And so one of the reasons I walked up to him and Les Claypool was because I wanted to give him a replacement sticker for the guitar. I said, I can't replace your stolen guitar, but I can at least replace one sticker that was on it. And he was like shocked. He's like, did you make this just because I had it? And I was like, no, I made the original batch of stickers. This is where you got it from. He was like, oh, wow, okay. So he took the sticker. Here we go. Instead of putting myself in other people's shoes, I put myself in other people's holes. That is quite a talent. Quite a talent, butter knives, especially through YouTube. I don't know how you do it. And of course, heck, for I would too, and I will. Yeah, you're going to have some merch sold there, kids, I hope. All those people are in Michigan? Holy crap. Who's got the biggest guest room for me? Who's got the biggest guest room? If I drive up there and then drive back, that's a lot of, how many hours is that? How many hours is that if I'm going, if I'm going a little over the speed limit? About. I'm not good at the math. So if somebody tells me how many hours that is, I'm guessing it's at least 10. But if I need to spend money on a hotel as well, because I'm not going to come up there just for a night and then drive all the way back. 7 hours. That's not bad. But it would need to be a multiple day stay, like at least 2 or 3 nights to make it worth driving 7 hours and then driving 7 hours back. So, and I won't fly. That's way too expensive and unpredictable. I got stuck in New Jersey, New York recently because of all that flight crap. So I ain't, hell, you ain't paying for no damn hotel. Me and Palmer, you're so nice. No, I just, Snooper should play at the Culture Room in Florida and back up the Exploited. Oh, I don't know if they would go over with that audience. Do you think? Exploited, really? I don't know, man. Snooper, Exploited should open for Snooper, really. Snooper, I'd go see them if I could many times over. Really, really enjoyed that show. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Snooper. If you haven't even seen video footage of them live, go to my channel and search it up. The last time I posted footage of them was from Asheville, North Carolina, at a place called Eulogy. It's a really great show. Energetic as hail, y'all. As hail. So, see, the Dickies are in Chicago in November, says Michael. That is, yes, I think you're right. I can't remember the date. But I've got my November dates for the Dickies are November 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Those are my potential ones because I know somebody who lives kind of near there and they might attend with me so we could kind of carpool and all that stuff. So I don't know if Chicago is close enough for me. Butter Knives, there's always some kind of socialization going on after devotional. The Thursday before devotional, typically there's something going on. Yeah, it always happens. It's not really planned where it happens in advance, typically, but something always happens. So yeah, we'll let you know. Of course, you can come. I'm sure nobody's going to tell Butter Knives and Zoonerton that they can't come to a devotional party. Thank you for turning me on to Snooper. Oh man, thanks Snooper for turning me on to Snooper. Yeah, well, there's also sometimes on the Thursday, well, most times on the Thursday before devotional, which is when I get into town. I get into town around noon or 2 p.m. That night, we usually have something either at my hotel room or somebody's hotel room. Maybe we'll have it at an establishment near the hotel. I don't know, but typically there's something going on Thursday. And then Friday, typically somebody has something. Saturday, typically there's something going on somewhere. But just hold on. Oh, well, did I? I'm not sure I would fit in that. But I don't know if Grandpa's bringing it. We'll have to make sure she brings it. I'm not exactly sure Grandpa's coming this year. She's trying to work that out, I think. Yeah, well, it'll be something that happens like as the devotional wine. Well, I'll tell you about Thursday if I found out in advance. But here's what you do: if you're going to be there Thursday, Butter Knives, just reach out to me when you get to town, and then I'll let you know what's going down. And then Friday night, before everybody leaves the venue, just ask around what's happening, and people will tell you where the party is. I've always wanted to see that band, Todd. I've always wanted to see that band. If I'm in town Sunday, I would love to go because sometimes I'll leave Monday morning, but I'm not sure what's in the cards for me on Sunday. I might have to leave depending on who I'm with and when they have to get back here to North Carolina. I might have to leave on Sunday at some point. So that would be good. I've always wanted to see Tropical Orchestra. No, Grandpa Rocks. I'm not sure. We're trying to figure it out. Hey, that is a positive, Dead Wax. Anytime, here's what I'm talking about. Gifts. Gifts, things that you give people give you. Gifts are much better, in my opinion, when they're not attached to like a birthday or a holiday. Because to me, those are kind of like obligatory gifts. People expect gifts. You feel the need to give gifts. But the best gift is the gift that's not attached to those things. So thank you in advance, Randy. And Randy sent me some cool stuff over the years. So, yeah, so that's awesome. See you at TF. Oh, she's going. Kamie's going too. You meet Kamie. Hey, what's up, Brian? How's it going? Nice to see you. Breakfast King has a positive. I'm not going to work tomorrow, and I'm going to some record stores I'm going to visit. Good idea. Unless your work is, really important for rock and roll, then don't skip it. A positive, I have a package of oddities for the dork. Is that me, my friend? Or this dork? There's a couple of dorks on screen. Wow. That's great. Oh, I don't have a birthday, Dead White. I sold the rights to my birthday some years ago. Somebody else celebrates it now. They get to celebrate 2 birthdays a year because they bought mine. I didn't really need it. I wish I could go, but I don't think anyone I know can drive and will be willing to drive me. Max the Hat, I don't know how old you are, but there's always public transportation. There's always a way. Well, nobody knows that yet. Nobody knows. The proof will come out eventually. Devo was more popular in Australia than they were in America. And yeah, 81 was the sweet spot for them in Australia. And they did a tour over there in 81, 82, I believe. Butternut says, random, but those new cools your mouth Fruit Loops are like, yeah, why would you want, no. Why? Fruit Loops are fine the way they are. They don't need anything done to them. Fruit Loops are just Fruit Loops. They're little fruity, sugary, crispy, worthless poison bits, which I love. Don't eat them a lot. But if I'm in a hotel and they have free Fruit Loops, I'm getting a little bowl. But yeah, cools your mouth. You know what I do when I want something to cool my mouth? I drink a cold beer or cold water, maybe a Gatorade. I don't eat Fruit Loops. God, people, you need to just get your goals together, man. You can't cross up the goals like coffee cheesecake. It's like, what, you're either going to have coffee or cheesecake, strawberry flavored steak sauce or something. Can you just decide on what taste you want in your mouth? Not both. Max is like 2 years old and he's not even born yet. That's what happens. Tiny Egg. He's a fetus running around here on YouTube. A fetus. He's a fetus. He is. Max the fetus. Coffee cheesecake cereal with a tinge of, carburetor wax, carburetor oil, a tinge of napalm. Okay, not quite a fetus yet. Well, maybe by the end of the stream, you'll be a fully formed fetus. We can only hope. So yeah, looking for concert recommendations. Now, if anybody hears of anything wild coming up in Detroit, maybe that should be on my radar. But that's a huge undertaking, and it's going to be at least a few days of my time taken out, and I got to make sure my car can make it. But I would consider that there's a lot of people up there for me to meet. Max, I think we've gotten to the point that Max is not quite an adult yet, which is probably really good. Because sometimes once those things get to be adults, they get to be a real problem. Right? Anybody agree? So, so that's what I'm looking for. Concert recommendations. The Sour Patch Kids cereal was delicious. Oof. I don't know, man. Sour and cereal. That's like I don't even eat milk in my cereal. I just eat it dry. I'm a real weirdo. Positive. Eric Nassau playing Falls City Pub. And, I love Eric. I haven't seen him in a while. I wish he would come back to Devotional Way. I haven't seen him in a couple of years, I think. Eric's great. Great entertainer. Eric's a guitar player. Well, that's how I know him. He plays a mean acoustic guitar. He does some Devo covers. Real good guy. And Max is very small. There is very small. 1/10 of a millimeter tall. The fact that he is able to jump on the keyboard and press these keys. Sour milk and cereal. That's what I was saying. Sour milk kids. The sour milk kids. Don't test me with sour cereal. I'm going ape shit on a rant. Look, you kids today need all kinds of flavors all the time, blasting you. You need flavor blast this, flavor blast that. Blast me, I need flavor. You got to get flavor out of life, not cereal. Well, I get flavor out of cereal too. I think the problem with my taste buds, and I've never been somebody who likes spicy food or really, really overly like taste-filled food, because I think my taste buds are really, sensitive, and I get a lot of taste out of food that some people think is very bland, but I taste a lot, right? So if anybody puts a whole bunch of seasoning or flavoring typically on my stuff, it's like, well, I can't taste the food now. Like all I taste is the flavor and not the food. But I guess cereal, there's no food there. It's just flavor. Sour Patch Kids Oreos. How about Sour Patch Kids whiskey? That might actually work. But I still like my alcohol, my liquor straight. I just like the poison. If anything's mixed with it, it's like, why is that in there? That doesn't need to be in there. I'm not drinking that today. I'm drinking the liquor. That's all I need. I'm like a Dalek. Okay, that's a little over my head. A little over my head. I know that's a very geeky reference. Peter Hook is coming to Detroit in September. It's too close to devotional for me. But yeah, I'm not a big Peter Hook fan anyway. But licorice cereal in Iceland. Oh, I do. I liked red licorice when I was a kid, not the black stuff. No. Oh, yeah, I like bland. Bland, and I'm telling you, I just eat it right out of the box, man. Dry ass, crunchy cereal. I don't eat a lot of cereal, but back in the day, I never put milk in it ever when I was a kid, and very bland. Have you ever shared a bottle of wine with Jerry? Yeah, of course. Jerry and Mark, and yeah, of course. Doctor Who. I don't know what the doctor. I don't know anything about Doctor Who. That's another thing about me. I don't know anything about TV shows or movies typically. Uh-oh. You're going to get a Sour Patch Oreos tattoo years from now, when you finally screw up and get drunk. You're going to get a Sour Patch Oreos tattoo, full back. Oops, typo. I knew what you meant, Amina, for sure. I love bland food for the most part. Every now and then I put a little too much seasoning on my fries at Bojangles, but I love bland food. Look, the people who with Strawberry Blast extra sweet vapes need a Viceroy cigarette. How do you know so much about cigarettes? Especially Viceroy. Golden Grams? Yeah, but see, I would argue there, I just want the graham cracker taste. I don't want all the sugar on it, right? Because graham crackers alone are just good, man. And you know what one of my favorite cookies is? Just plain ass vanilla wafers. I love those. Just a plain, but it's got to be usually the name brand ones. The more expensive vanilla wafers are a little more tasty. But I am really into boring ass food. Ice Cream Jones was a very deep cereal. There was a cereal called Ice Cream Jones. Sounds like a homeless man. Yeah, like Ice Cream Jones. He lives off ice cream, lives in the street. He just lives at his ice cream place, steals a scoop every now and then. Hey, there's still time, Butter Knives. You could grow up into a responsible adult who survives off strawberry nicotine, air, and Monster energy drinks. Shortbread cookies are good too. And those plain ass Christmas cookies my mom used to make, they were just like the white dough stuff, and then with a slap of like boring ass frosting on it, maybe a few little sprinkles. Best cookies ever, man. Uh-oh. Look what we got here, you guys. Good old Odd Fadaki. Good old Todd has blessed us with this very sacred number. And this little donation, which is called a Super Chat, which is why this guy's named Super Chat Charlie. This all will culminate now into a little crochet clown disco, which you see here, the clown in the corner. He loves disco, as I do. And Charlie also loves disco, and so we do a little thing. Now, it used to be, as of last week during the stream, me and Tim decided that he would sing the song and I would dance to it. I don't have Tim here to sing it, so I'm going to try to do a little bit of both. Okay, so what's going to happen is I'm going to turn the disco on in honor of this nice Super Chat donation, and then right after that, Super Chat Charlie's going to do a little dance for you in honor of the donation. Okay, so I'm going to do a little, what song do I want to do? Hold on. I was looking up some disco earlier. Oh, yeah. I don't really know all the words to this, but here we go. Ready? I'm just going to throw a few little lyrics of this song out there and maybe kick up my heels a minute, and we'll get on with the show. Okay, here we go. Voulez-vous? Aha. 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 Do 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 do. Voulez-vous? Aha. 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 You know what that song? ABBA? You ever heard ABBA? Voulez-vous? Ain't no big decision. You know what to do. Something, something. Voulez-vous? Do 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 do. Voulez-vous? Anyway, ABBA, everybody. And now Charlie swoops in with his light up toilet and his eyes that steal your soul. And he's waving that chicken around, and watch out. He's apt to use that as a weapon. It could happen. It could happen. But thank you, Mr. Odd, for your very generous, kind donation. Voulez-vous? Hey, we're trying. We're trying. Uh-huh. I love ABBA. I got a good ABBA collection. Not great, but good. See, ABBA was one of those bands I grew up listening to because I think my mom happened to have one of their singles when we were little, when I was little. It was Take a Chance on Me. And then from that point on, I just really liked ABBA. All the so good. ABBA can be Lord, yeah. I mean, I tend to like bands with 4 letters. Kiss, Devo, ABBA. It all works. Ozzy. Yeah. So anyway, ABBA. So thank you for that kind donation. What were we talking about? I can't remember. Okay. So skipping over some things that I was going to do with Tim on the stream, I'm going to talk to you about eBay for a second. Because a lot of you know, part of what I do for a living is I go to thrift stores, flea markets, and things, and I find these cool music-related items, namely physical media, like records, tapes, CDs, that kind of thing. And I find these items, and I rescue them from certain doom in these hideous places that are ridden with human dander and urine smells. I get them out of there, I clean them up, grade them, describe them, list them for sale, and then somebody is always very happy to take those things and put them in their collection. And it's really fun for me because I like traveling to these stores. I like digging. I like the hunt. It's like the squirrel hunter-gatherer mentality. And I get the high and the rush off buying something, right? And then I can sell it and not have to keep it in my house. So I get to do the hunting, gathering, and then I sell it to somebody who really likes it and works out for everybody. So I do this all the time. And lately I've been trying to do a bit more because last year I couldn't do a lot because I was traveling on tour. So I've been doing a lot. And I wanted to show you guys some of what I sell because I think you'll be interesting. You'll be interested in cosplay. That would be something. What the hell? That's trying hard, but I like it. So what I want to do is I want to show you some things because I think you'll be, and this won't take long, but I think you'll be surprised at what some stuff sells for. Okay, so we're going to do this real quick. I'm going to make my screen big for me. So I won't be able to see the comments for a second, but okay, now we're going to share the screen. Screen share. We're going to go to here. Okay, share that. It's going to come backstage now. Okay, let's start here. Okay, you guys. Now, let's refresh this. I just sold something 10 minutes before this stream started. I just sold... Oh, it's not shipped yet. Hold on. Awaiting shipment. The last thing I sold was this right here. Awaiting shipment. Come on now. Come on now. Here we go. Dig this. Just sold this. This has been probably listed for a few months. Cramps picture disc. I had it listed for 50 plus shipping. Somebody offered me, I think, 45. I think they offered me 45. I took it. But yeah, Cramps, that's one thing I saw. Now, you would think that would go for at least that much. You know, I thought that it might even be worth more because I'd never really seen it. But I found that last year during my thrifting travels. So that was 45. And then the stuff I've sold otherwise, and I'll find that because it's already been shipped. And I'll show you a few different, you know, a lot of this stuff is $9, $10 stuff. Not really expensive stuff, but dig this. Now, this is a band called the Persuaders. Come on now. Open up. Why aren't you opening? Okay, here we go. Okay, so I sold this for 25. It was listed for 30. It's probably been up there for a year. So somebody offered me 25. The Persuaders, thin line between love and hate. Soul, R&B band. One of those old tape cases that's like the slipcover. If you see here. Old slipcover cassette. And the cassette tape box was even broken, but still sold it for 25, which most people would see that at a thrift store and think that's worthless. That's an old broken cassette. Nobody wants that. Somebody wants it. Now, this is a little more impressive. Now, do you guys know a band called Mr. Epp? Mr. EPP. It's a punk band, and I think they may have just put out this 7-inch or maybe something else, but there's this 7-inch they put out called Mr. Epp and the Calculations. Okay. Now, there's a couple things you got to know about this. First of all, it's early punk rock. Second of all, a guy from Mudhoney named Mark Arm, Mark McLaughlin, I think his name was, he was in the band. And this is very hard to find, and it's even harder to find with this thing there on the cover. It says, and the Calculations, if you see that correctly, right there, and the Calculations. That was the first version of the cover, and then they reissued it without and the Calculations on it. So the and the Calculations cover is the most rare. I just happened to find just the cover at a thrift store recently. But dig this. The back of the cover is autographed by Mark McLaughlin, Mark Arm. And he says, to whom it may concern, you have impeccable taste if you like this. Tell your friends, bye. Support the system that provides. And immortally yours, Mark McLaughlin Arm. So I sold just the sleeve for I think it was $45, down from $49.99. I thought that was pretty interesting. I didn't even have the record. Probably could have sold the record for, about 100. But the thing is, the record itself never changed. The record was the same pressing the whole time. They just changed the cover. So the cover is the real collectible thing. Now, let's see. Where are we with the chat here? Where are we? Uh-oh. Whoa, wait a second. Can't scroll anymore. Let's see. Just trying to catch up here. Whoa, hold on, kid. My cat just came in here demanding all kinds of shit. All right. Okay. Okay, stop with... Mark still does all the packaging shipping at Sub Pop? I had no idea. That's funny. Okay, so, but moving on here. This is something I thought would sell for more. Do you know who Lana Del Rey is? Lana Del Rey? She's some popular person. See, I found this record at a thrift store for $1. Double record set. It's called NFR, which stands for, I think, what's his name? Norman fucking Rockwell. I think this is Rockefeller, Norman Rockwell. Norman fucking Rockwell. That's what it stands for. Anyway, pop record. I sold it for, I think it was $24.99. Yeah, plus shipping. So $30. Paid $1 for a double record set. Can you believe it? I just think that's amazing that stuff's at thrift stores. And then, let's see, Donna Summer. See, like Donna Summer 8 tracks. 3 of them for $8 plus shipping. So that's a really low dollar thing. A Stan Getz album, jazz, $15 plus shipping. Some Indian music stuff, $10. Another CD, Latin reggaeton CD, $10. Nothing special. But here's this. I got this for $1 at a thrift store. A double blue vinyl album by Frank Sinatra. Look at that. And it only sold for like $16.99 or something like that. $17.99. I couldn't even get $20 plus shipping for it. But that's amazing that I found that for $1. But I would have thought that was worth a whole lot more than it was. And I think probably most people would think that. But let me show you a couple more interesting things. Now, look, sometimes I do sell things that aren't music related. Okay, so I had this patch here. Come on, open up the link. Okay, I had this patch here since I was in college. Look at this. It's from an old Demolition Derby amusement park called Lagoon Park. And it's a big back patch. It's like, this big felt back patch that I had since I was in college. Sold it for, I think, $40. So that was cool. But yeah, I had it for so long, just in storage. And I was like, what am I doing with this? Somebody wants this other than me, because I'm never going to wear it. Now, one of my most recent sales that may really surprise you, and I never heard of this band. Maybe you can tell me something about them. Hold on. Where is it? Shit, it must be up here. Hold on a second. And this is the last one I'll show you for now. Hold on. Here it is. Has anybody heard of the band Black Honey? Now, this release is from 2000 something. Let's see. Hold on. 2010s. So 2014 this came out. I've never heard of the band. I found this at a thrift store for $1. I got $140 for it. No, $150 for it. Sorry. I had it listed for $170. Somebody offered me $150. But look at this. Black Honey. Sleep Forever. It was kind of some like, I don't know if you call it shoegaze, but very sleepy, easygoing, indie pop, I guess. Number 6 of 350. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I found that for $1 at a flea market. I mean, at a thrift store. Black Honey. I've never heard of them. Anyway, so that's all for that. Let me get this off the screen. Thank you for indulging me in that. But some people just I don't think they really understand what it means to sell stuff and then what you actually get for stuff. So anyway, how are you? How you guys? Oh yeah, thanks for the thumbs up request there. I appreciate that because that helps the algorithms share this amongst weirdos. Cereal riot. I can always count on Butter Knives for a cereal riot. Mm-hmm. That record has to do in time. Wait. Oh crap! I'm trying to hold on. Oh wait, Sashu, Pilmer, do you do all your own packaging and shipping? Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, who else is going to do it? My cats don't have opposable thumbs, so they can't do it. Bummer. Tim's not here to do it for me. Yeah, I do it all. And in fact, if anybody ever wants to send me, those thin plastic bubble wrap envelopes, or if you just have a whole ton of really clean bubble wrap laying around, I can always use that stuff because it's really sucks to buy bubble wrap. I hate spending money on bubble wrap, but every now and then I'll find it in quantities, or I'll order something and a bunch will come in the box. But I love those little squares of really small bubble, the small bubble wrap, not the big bubble wrap, the small bubble wrap, small bubble wrap. Can you say that really fast? Small bubble wrap. The small bubble wrap, the kind that tears into 12-inch squares. Oh, my favorite. Often comes in a roll. My favorite. But yeah, man, I do all the packing and shipping. Hey, Daniel Hensley, what's happening? Good to see you, as always. Thanks for your rock and roll fandom. Have fun drawing the condom collector. Oh, that must be David Kendrick you're talking about. For sure. Okay, Bounce. Learn how to draw David Kendrick. Okay, cool. Yeah, Butter Knives. Thanks for showing up, you guys. Butter Knives, Zuna Tuna. Artists extraordinaire early on in life. Mm-hmm. That is cool. Hold on, let me get this light out of my face a little bit. Okay. Let's see. I have no idea what she does. Yeah, I just remembered the name, but I didn't even look at the name. I just saw that record and I was like, it's new. It's a fairly new release. It's got to be worth more than $1. I pulled it out to make sure it wasn't warped or scratched. And then when I got home, I looked up who it was. Lynn has a nice voice. Yeah, she does have a nice voice. She uses the F word a lot on that album. Give the cat what it desires. It desires your soul. Only your soul. All the so good. If you can mail that to me. Wow. Was Jeff Legg in that band? The Mystery Ep? I don't know. I already mailed out the cover. It sold, so. Yeah. But that's cool, Biz, that Mark Arm does all the packaging at Sub Pop. I've asked Jalen about that. Jalen works for my friend Jalen, who came to visit recently. She works at Sub Pop. She probably knows him. I should have hipped him to the fact that I found the cover. He may have offered me more money for it. Who knows? I don't know what the Goo Goo Muck Blue. I don't know nothing about no TikTok. I stay away from that. Cramps Tear It Up Live from December 81 was this. Yeah. That's some relation to Mudhoney and things like that. That's all I know. Yep. I didn't know even that. And I guess that guy was also in a band called Green River, which I don't know anything about. Yeah. So anyway, I really do enjoy doing that thrifting though, man. Wait, Primus is releasing new bubble wrap. Yeah, see, Ken, you got it going on. I get my bubble wrap for free. That is a good hookup because bubble wrap ain't cheap. When I went to Catholic school, I was in art class and got suspended for tracing my penis in a turkey picture. Well, at least you didn't trace somebody else's. They could have really got you for that. I went to Catholic school too, Dead Wax. Hail Catholic damage. Mm-hmm. We got the Catholic damage going on. So yeah, Black Honey. Have you guys ever heard of that band, Black Honey? I couldn't believe that 7-inch was worth so much. Yeah, Sasha's got a good question. Hey, Zuna. Thanks for sharing your glorious energy and wit with us. Bubble wrap album sleeves. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. And yeah, we'll see you at Devotional Zuna. It's going to be good. Going to be good. Well, I'm looking forward to these weird packages you guys are going to send me. That's really good. That's a high point of my life is getting that kind of stuff. It's 8:13. Now, are we going to consider doing noise? I don't think there's any real noise people in the chat today. But if anybody would want to come on and join me for noise for the last 15, 20 minutes of the stream, which is in 30 minutes, then we can do that. But I have to run and get a beer right over there on the other side of the room. So let me just turn this guy on, and then I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I'm right over here. I'm just over here now. I'm right over here, you guys. I'm just over here. I'm coming back now. I'm coming back now. Oh, I'm back. I'm back. Thank you, Charlie, for waving that toilet and that chicken leg around like nobody's business. I agree with this, and I agree with this. And yeah, so Black Honey really did me well. I think I bought the Black Honey record, the Sinatra record, the Lana Del Rey record, and a couple of other things that I may have already sold at that thrift store, and that was only a week ago. And so I made like over $200 easy profit on that one visit to the. And I really only went to this store. It's called Cause for Paws, and it's like a cat rescue charity store. So I just went there to donate some cat food and stuff, and I thought I'd just give a look to see what's in there. And the woman who was stocking the bookshelves saw me looking at records and said, "Hey, we got some stuff in the back nobody's seen yet. Do you want to look through it?" I'm like, "Yeah." So she brought out the box of records, and it had all that cool stuff in it. I believe it even had a really worthwhile record by Silver Apples called Contact, that early experimental band. And I have that up for probably $150, $200. It's a promo. So if I sell all the stuff I bought at that one thrift store, I'm really doing well. Oh my God. Kami. Such a fan of the disco. All right, hold on. Such a fan of the disco. I'm going to do a little ditty for y'all called Turn the Beat Around. Got to feel that something. Turn it upside down. Got to feel it. You know what I'm saying? Turn the beat around. That was a good song. And then Charlie comes in. Yeah. Steals your soul. All for $4.99. Kami, thank you for the support. That will surely go to some cat treats. Now, Meow's just looking at my beer bottle. The one I'm done with, thank God. Because you have butthole mouth, Meowser. I've seen what you do with your mouth. Look at that. Don't knock Charlie over, okay? Honey, in just a little while, I'll feed you, okay? Good girl. Yeah, Vinyl Dreamscape. I've heard Silver Apples before, but I've never heard the Contact album. And man, that album is great. It gets real experimental and weird on that. And those guys can't sing worth dick. those guys are not singers, but they do try to sing a little. And oh man, it's gross. But I really love all the electronic noise. That Contact album is, and it was a promo. I couldn't believe it was a damn promo. Thank you, Disco. Thank you, Clown. Everybody, a big hand for the crochet clown here, who's trapped in that corner. Now, since you guys have been so kind with the donations, which I really appreciate, I'm going to do a little something special. I have this one. This is all the liquor I have left in the house right here. That little bit of whiskey is all I have left here in the house. And I'm going to do a little shot with you, but I want to make sure that anybody else who wants to do a shot is ready to do so. So if anybody wants to do a shot, just type the word shot in the comments when you're ready. And if you need a minute, just let me know. Give me a minute or whatever. But I'm going to wait for y'all because I like to share shots with people. I like to have a partner in crime, that kind of thing. And Dead Wax, by the way, I don't know if you heard earlier, I was talking about maybe having a backup co-host from time to time. Since Tim has not made it to, I don't think, 2 live streams in a row for a while, I kind of want somebody who I can reach out to at the last minute and go, hey, Tim's going to bail tonight. Can you come on and talk to me? Because sometimes I really plan these streams around having somebody on screen to talk to. And then when that falls through, I'm kind of scrambling. So I reached out. 4 or 5 people said that they were interested in maybe getting up here with me and being a co-host when I need them. So Dead Wax, if you're on that list, I would like to write your name down. And I got Mr. Biz. Got him on here. Okay, so yeah, shots. Okay, hey, hi, Def, Eric. Whoa, what's up? Hold on a second. High definition. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. Glad you're still rocking and rolling and liking the music thing. A good thing you're still a dork about the music, man. I tell you. Oh, right on. Hi, sister. The sister of the Kami Tomato. What's happening? Thanks for lending your eyes to this cacophony here. Now, I'm waiting. I know Kami might be doing a shot. I don't know if Dead Wax is doing a shot of Kool-Aid or Pepto-Bismol or whatever he's got. High Def probably doesn't drink anymore, but if you have some kind of high-protein milkshake you want to shoot or some kind of green drink made of all kinds of healthy things, whatever, I just need a partner to do a little shot with. So when you're ready for the shot, say cheers, and then we'll do it. I think I'm only waiting for one person right now. Oh, I'll open a beer for a beer shot. That's good, Vinyl Dreamscape. I appreciate you playing along because I feel quite lonely here doing a shot all alone. I'm looking to turn the beat around. Got to do a shot now. I got my shot of something. Something says Todd. Sasha Cull. Is that the name of a shot, Adrian? Dead Wax got shots. All right. Tequila, Dead Wax? I thought you weren't drinking anymore, or was that just a lie? Whatever the case, I cheers. Now, are we ready? Daniel Hensey's doing a shot of ice cream. Okay, that's great. I'm going to say cheers when I see a few people in the thing say cheers. Whoever's ready to do a shot, go ahead and say cheers, and then we'll do this. And I only have this one shot, so we got to make it count. Okay, one little shot. And yeah, I want to thank you guys for also being patient with the start of the stream where YouTube was not behaving. That was very frustrating for me. Very, very frustrating because I was doing a really good little Moog thing, man. It worked out really, really good. Me not drinking is like a bear. Now, I heard that bears don't do that anymore. They go behind Walmart and poop in a bag. Okay, Kami's got the cheers. Okay, Odd's got the cheers. Okay, Dead Wax, you ready for the cheer? Amina's cheers and cheers, everyone. Here we go. Sick, as the kids say. Here we go. I like when the liquor tastes like poison. I don't like it to taste like fruit or coffee I just like it to taste like the poison. Thank you all. Dead Wax, Amina, Vinyl Dreamscape, Kami, Odd Fanique, Daniel. I assume you did a shot of ice cream. But yeah, thank you all for playing along with that. Now, Dead Wax, would you consider coming on screen to be my co-host at some point or no? Should I add your name to the list? Pardon me. Jiminy Crickets. I thought I had something else to show you guys, but I guess not. Oh yeah, but next week, early next week, I'm hoping we will have some great devotional news. Okay, Dead Wax, thank you, because I'm lost. I'm lost up here sometimes without somebody to talk to, and I can't rely on Tim much anymore. He always tells me at the very last minute, so it's like, an hour or less before the stream, I'm like, oof, got to try to switch up everything, and it's like, oh man, I'm just screwed. So yeah, thank you. Get up right now, Randy. Hey, if anybody wants to come up right now, I got really nothing to talk about. Let's see. Copy. I already went through my whole list of things I could talk about by myself. So here's join me on screen link right there if you want to come up. Because we got, 30 minutes to kill? So that's quick when I'm talking to somebody. This is a kid's show, Kami. Yes, thank you. That's right. So the kids got to get on screen. Deadwax, you're the child. I can belch at your advanced level and we can harmonize. Hey, I'm down with that. Come on up, everybody. Everybody come up. Just maybe guys, you co-host potentials can come up and get some practice right now. If your camera ready and your junk's not hanging out, come on up. We'll do a little something. Do a little chatting. But yeah, man, what a weird thing that YouTube did today. I've never had it do that. Lip gloss. I demand the lip gloss, Deadwax. That's mandatory in your case, because you have some of the most chapped lips I've ever seen in my life. Detroit can chap a motherfucker's lips. But yeah, that YouTube thing was crazy, man. I hit stream. You have to go live twice on StreamYard to make it work, right? And there it goes, streaming. And I'm just sitting there for 2 minutes doing my noise. And I'm thinking, why isn't the YouTube screen catching up? It was like, my God. The things I have to deal with on Thursdays. I don't think people understand. Like, this, it might seem easy to just walk into a room, turn on the camera, and do a stream. Oh my God, there's so much more. There's so much more going on. I mean, geez. Getting this desk where it is at the right height with the lighting at the right thing. I got to make sure all this is right, because sometimes it's not right. And, I got to make sure I got my stuff to talk about, my props, everything, the mic works, and then when YouTube doesn't cooperate, it's like, well, I just did all that work for nothing. I was right on time doing my stream, and then YouTube fucked me. YouTube, you son of a bitch. You love and you hate the YouTube. Okay. Nobody coming up? Is that not going to happen? Because I'm not seeing anybody come up yet. Oh, there he is with his glasses. Are you ready, buddy? All right, cool.
What's happening?
Oh, man, it's good to see you. What shirt you got on there?
I'm not getting the chat over here.
Really?
It just says private chat.
Huh.
That's weird. Plugs.
Oh, cool. Wait, so you're looking at StreamYard and you're not seeing the chat?
Yeah.
I'm seeing it.
Oh, wait. Comments.
There you go. There we go. Plugs. Right. I've never seen a plug shirt.
You have now, haven't you?
Yeah, that's first. That's cool. I'm a big fan of band shirts with the band photo on the front. I love seeing the band on the shirt. And some bands hate a band shirt. They don't like seeing themselves in the shirt. But I love it, man. Every one of my favorite bands, I have to have a shirt with their photo. I mean, this is perfect to me. That's just, it's just great.
The Hivvies? Hivvies?
The Hivvies. You know, you ever woke up with the Hivvies?
I think you were talking about them, and I wasn't sure. I know Third Man put something out from Third Man Records.
Who put out who?
They put out a Hives record.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Well, you know, Third Man put out Snooper.
I looked through my 45s, and I got a 7-inch from the Hives.
Oh, man, I was big into them. I saw them for the first time in 2004 when they had their first big hit.
Yeah.
And then they were on their second album tour. It was so good. And then I saw them again. I guess it wasn't until last year when I saw them in LA. And then I saw them again recently a couple weekends ago. But man, they are a great live band. Incredible.
Yeah.
And even at the age they are now. Now, here we go. We got Todd. You ready, Todd? Thumbs up if you are. Yeah, okay. Here's my friend Todd. Ooh. All right, Todd, meet Randy. Randy, meet Todd. Change the glasses. Can you hear us?
There you go.
I can hear. Yeah, your mic's a little weird, like you're underwater, but that's a good sound, though, for you. But I can hear you.
Sir Graves Ghastly glasses there.
That's
Ah.
Peekaboo Devo glasses.
Yeah.
Everything's Devo in this world here. So you guys are representing with glasses. That's good. Now, Todd, where are you exactly located?
I am in southwestern Pennsylvania,
Okay.
Smithfield.
So you're not too far from Detroit.
Southwest.
Detroit.
How many hours are you from Detroit?
If I drive normally, 5, 6.
Oh, okay. Well, wow, you're the same distance almost that I am. I'm like 7 hours from Detroit, I think. So,
It was 7.5 to Asheville.
oh, cool. So, well, that's for
Nothing in 5 hours isn't even close. What are you talking about?
5, 7. That's real close, man. That's the same kind of road trip. Man. Anything over 4,
Yeah.
between 4 and 8. But yeah, so Dead Wax is from the Detroit area. So is Amina and a few other people here. And so I'm trying to figure out a reason to go up there. Maybe some kind of show, maybe later this year. I don't know. But
Amel and the Sniffers in Detroit was one of my potentials, but I think that's already over.
yeah, I couldn't do too many other things after West.
There was a guy that bought me a ticket for Darker Waves last year. He was just throwing it out there like I got a free one. I'm like, you seriously? And I ended up meeting up with him in LA, and Darker Waves was like a free ticket.
Ooh, that was a good show.
He's from Detroit, and I was thinking about going up there to see him and hooking up with whatever's going on up in that area. But I've been all over the fucking place for. Yeah. I did a bunch of stuff in May. You were involved in that. I did a bunch of stuff last month. You were involved in that.
I see this guy at shows all over the place, and he just drives to all of my things.
Because I just most of them. I mean, West Coast I fly, but last week was I just did Detention. Oh wait, sorry, Off Leash.
Off Leash, yeah.
Oh hell, Totally Tubular, Massive Hot Dog Recall,
and the Snooper Show in Asheville. You met me at.
And the Snooper Show in Pittsburgh, and it's been a busy month. Aquabats, and I got Dweezil, Guar, and a whole bunch of other stuff coming up.
Wow.
So sadly, not a Brocky Guar, but
yeah,
it's been over 10 years now.
I used to follow the Brocky Guar around in the 80s, like on tour, Richmond, Raleigh, and Greensboro, all around here. And we used to bring our own fake blood. We used to bring Gatorade bottles of our own fake blood and spit it back at the band.
Oh.
And one time they were doing a show in Richmond, and we were all there. We were in the front row. It was me and my silly mushroom haircut, and I had this white sleeveless shirt that I painted with some dismembered body on it, and it was my Guar concert shirt. So it was pink basically because it was always dyed with blood. So here we are with our little pink Guar shirts up front, me and my friend, and the point where the house music goes down and the lights go down, and then it's like everybody's like, okay, they're going to start. That happened, and then one light comes up, one spotlight in the middle of the stage on the center mic, and then out of the darkness comes Odorous, Dave Brocky, and he's coming like this. And he comes up to the mic and he goes, "This is for you, my friends." And he takes one whole bag of blood and just busts it right on me and my friend. And then the band starts. And we're like, it's like we just got baptized by Guar. It was so cool. Because they were like, those are the guys that are always spitting blood at us. Get them.
The first I've come to that was a very similar experience at Max Sabbath last fall. But that was where I got introduced to Playboy Man Baby, which has got to be really up there with my favorites right now. The Coat Hangers, Playboy Man Baby, Snooper, Devo, Zappa. That's my solid rotation right now. Oh, and
wait, the Coat Hangers, are they from Texas or
Georgia?
Georgia, but they're all girls, right?
Yeah,
I saw them way back in 2004 or 5 or 6, something like that.
And then was it Plague Habit? Plague something? Plague? A lot of good stuff out there right now.
Do you see shows, Randy, ever? Live shows?
I haven't got out in a long time, man, I just haven't.
I did that for like a decade, and then about a year ago, I just said, let's do all of it.
Yeah.
But
I want to get out.
If you planned ahead, you could possibly potentially.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Because if I come up there for something, we all have to go to something.
Oh, yeah.
Well, how far are you from Pittsburgh area? Or, well, nothing comes to Morgantown.
Well, I can't get anybody from Detroit to come anywhere else. I have to come to them, I'm sure.
I'd go to Detroit, but
who the hell would leave Detroit?
I know. Why would you leave there? Because they're kind of comrades in pain, so they all have to stay there together.
Well, we'd have to do that at least in the next few months because it gets cold in the D.
I'm not worried about being cold. I can actually wear pants then and not sweat my balls off. So I kind of like cold, especially with a show where you're like, it's usually just hot inside anyway. I don't mind a little bit nippy outside, but yeah, I just think that if it's not going to be August, then it'll probably be after September, October, November. If it's going to be November, it'll be late November because I got some Dickie shows beginning of November. But
put my dome
December,
on.
I don't do anything in December. Late November, I don't celebrate the holidays, so I'm totally free for that time. Yeah. So, what's the latest thing you got, Randy? That like vinyl wise, that's really cool.
I got a lot of stuff over here.
Is this record store purchases or online?
These are record store. I got out to the store Sean and Breakfast King was talking about, Street Corner.
Oh yeah, is that up there?
I got a bunch. Yeah, and that's a really cool. It's like a hole in the wall type store, It's a lot. There's a lot of soul music. They got killer 45s. That's where I cleaned up on a lot of $45s that were local Detroit music,
Mm-hmm.
But they have cool punk stuff that comes in. T-shirts. They got stereo equipment, and local music.
And that store's been there a long time, right?
Yeah.
I think I went there back in the early 2000s or whenever Diva was playing up there.
It was somewhere else. I haven't been to the first location, but this location. I usually hit up when I go down there. I usually hit them. Street Corner, UHF. What's the other one? Flipside, which is in Clawson. And then some over on Ferndale. I can't remember the name of that place in Ferndale, but those are the ones. Ann Arbor, we have 3 here, but they're not that great. You know what I mean?
Really?
I find all my stuff down.
How far are you from Detroit?
From those records, I can get to like Dearborn Music in about 20 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So it's right down by the airport.
And that's where you go the most?
Yeah, but there's a very cool store called the Sound Explosion, and that one's just. I mean, if you come this way, you run right into the airport, but it's down a little ways, and that's where I found all those power pop records for $3 each.
Yeah,
and they were a record store, and then they closed their doors back in the 90s because, they just weren't selling vinyl back then. So they shut it down, and it's kind of like they got some cool beer signs and music equipment in there and jam boxes, all kinds of stuff, jukeboxes. They got everything, old posters. It's just they keep bringing it in. But anyway, when they reopened, before COVID is when I used to go down there and find all that stuff. You could go through those bins, man. And I was pulling out stacks of these $3 power pops, which are, they're $7 to $10 records now. But
yeah.
But I cleaned all that stuff out. They don't have anymore,
Yeah, I always
cool stuff.
I'm always discovering new power pop that I never knew existed.
Yeah. So have you heard this band, the Lonely Boys?
No, I've heard of them, but I've never heard them.
Yeah,
and they have that power pop look, man. They have the exact look.
I think they're UK. I can't remember, but maybe not. And then this Clive Langer and the Boxes.
No. That's power pop? That looks great.
Yeah, it's like power pop, new wave.
Wow.
I found this Adam and the Ants, Kings of the Wild Frontier with a shrink and hype sticker.
Hype sticker. Love it.
And then I got Paul Collins, The Beat. This is their EP, I believe. It's like a 5-song EP.
I've heard of that somewhere. I can't remember where I heard that from.
The Beat?
Yeah.
You'd like these guys. Paul Collins, really good.
Looks good.
Then I got this Chris Spedding.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, that's a good one. Then this Jerry Harrison. This guy was in
Yeah, Talking Heads.
Talking Heads, and what was the other band he was in?
Was it Tom Tom Club?
No.
No.
Oh,
Anal Cunt.
yeah, that's the one. But yeah, but that's him. This is his first solo album. This is pretty good. This is kind of up your alley. You know, they got that Devo electronic sound to it.
Yeah, I like the graphic. I like the way he
You can
presented himself.
tell he was in the Talking Heads also when you hear that.
Yeah.
And then the Tubes remote control, nice clean copy of that.
Man.
Yeah.
I just stood really close to a Fee Waybill recently, and man,
Promo? Yeah.
if I make it to his age, I hope I'm going on stage like he
Yeah.
is. But he is barely able to like move, man. He's like very, very old.
Really?
Yeah. He was like standing next to me because I was in the only part of shade backstage for this 80s festival recently. And he was just standing there to get out of the sun while he waited to go on stage. And
Oh yeah.
man, looked like every bit of energy he had was just being saved up to go on that stage and do what he had to do. But I love the Tubes. Love
And
them.
then this isn't the one. But
Oh,
I found a really clean copy of this. I switched out, you know, and then I'll probably just give this away or sell it.
right
But
here.
it's pretty nice. Pretty nice copy. This is my old copy.
I got an autograph one right here.
Oh yeah.
I remember I was waiting for that album to come out. I was like at the store the morning they opened to buy it. I think I bought it on cassette first. And oh God, that album. I love it so much. I love just looking at the photos of the band. It was some of the coolest band photos I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, and then this was at Street Corner Music for $8. The Liars, and I had this already, but I'm not going to leave this in the bin for $8. Man.
I've never heard it. I've seen it around, but I've never heard the band.
Yeah, that's good. And I found another copy of the Motor City Mutants.
Oh wow.
This is
Yeah,
that one.
I think you told me about them.
Yeah, I was playing So American, and they sing that song about it's called Piece of Shit, where the guy's he's talking about just let it plop out, you know. He's talking about it's great. It's really good. And then
It plop out.
Romantics.
Love that band. I don't have that one.
So that's
I need to find his In Heat.
Oh, you need In Heat?
I only have it on cassette.
I'll get it for you. I see it all the time.
That's the tour. I didn't see that tour live because I was too young to get in the club, but I did meet them on that tour, and they were so nice, and they all had a lot of dandruff. Like they had these black satin tour jackets on, and their big hair and their shoulders were just covered with dandruff.
That hair, who the hell would want to watch it, right?
Probably wasn't really human dander. It was just dried out hairspray flakes. But they were eating fried chicken getting off a bus when I met them.
Sweet.
That's a good way to meet a band.
Hell yeah, bucket of chicken.
I don't even think they had the bucket. They just had chicken in their hands, walking. They had these satin jackets with dandruff. I was like, oh, rock and roll, man. They signed my little flyer, and I went on my way.
I did pick up a few nice albums at recent shows, like Deep cover. This is the Illiterates from Pittsburgh, and just the Monkey.
Yeah.
The Illiterates, what are they? Like punk or garage or
punk? And there were two. They opened for Snooper the other day.
Okay.
So they opened for Snooper.
They opened for Snooper
last Thursday, and you might know these guys.
Oh,
and
that's the best.
Lots of signing on this one. Got the whole band in on that.
Love that album.
Picked this up at the show you were at.
Oh yeah.
And got a little post-it note she was working on.
Well, that's cool.
Just a little rabbit pissing, shitting. I don't know, but it's
that's my favorite hardcore album of the last few years, at least. Yeah.
And then, at the Totally Tubular, did you see that they were selling some autographed CDs for $30? That's just gotta hurt to be selling at that price.
No, I don't buy autographed stuff. I think it's a sin. I got to get it autographed or it's not real.
Well, buying the album but you have a very good point there. This from when I was in Asheville.
Oh, yeah.
The Museum.
I just sold that.
This has a fantastic, the whole lineup here, Rocky Mountain, Foggy Mountain Breakdown. Of course, these do absolutely nothing for me reading. So The guy selling the 3D one pieces at Chicago, it's one of those.
Oh yeah, it's 3D printed. Yeah, okay.
He was at the restaurant before the show. Oh wait,
Yeah,
we probably
for
there.
sure. Yeah, yeah.
Picked up some other stuff at that museum and highly recommend if you want to play a theremin, if you want to play just they got stuff you can just.
Wait, who is that?
This is again. You're going to ask me to read.
That looks like Lisa somebody.
Mm.
It reminded me of my friend Tara Bush, who also calls herself I Speak Machine. It looks like her.
Bush. That's classic.
This I was having so much fun with the other night. Anti-scene.
What?
And the glow in the dark. And if you just sit there with a high
Glow
power
in
flash.
the dork.
So this right here.
Yeah.
Listen to oh man, fun with or without the needle down. And more fun with. I mean,
those boys changed my life. They held my hand when I was a teenager and introduced me to the world of underground punk rock and taught me how to play guitar and gave me my first spiked wristband and everything.
Oh, and so you also got your multiple moods of Malcolm.
No, I don't even have that one yet. Malcolm Tent, bass player of Anti-Scene, huge Devo fan. I've known him for decades. He was the guy that ran that Danbury, Connecticut store, Trash American Style, for many years.
And Futurismo throwing this in with an order because it's like, hey, they were throwing that out cheap.
I got that.
Anything from Futurismo is I'm going to give Malcolm. I got the gold Art Devo.
Art Devo, yeah.
And then I ordered there's Nuclear Rubber and something Decay.
The different vinyl colors, yeah.
I ordered the one, but I misinterpreted the radio buttons one when it was dark or light. So, hey, I got the other one. And the gold one, if he really missed out on that and wanted it, I'm going to see what he can trade me for. That
cool.
Because I got two of those now.
You know, that compilation, that punk compilation, Delaney from Futurismo and Henry Rollins curated that list of bands.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And the things that Malcolm has turned me on to, his list of cult from Charlie Manson to Jim Jones. And if you want, what's the ones that we're going to write in the comment? Doe. And even David Koresh. I mean, if you want to listen to some interesting people.
I've got the Manson one and I've got the Jim Jones one.
Oh,
well, the Jim Jones one is
records.
The Jim Jones one is basically the same one that the Psychic TV released.
Well,
it's just a recording of the.
There was something where it was at the last devotional. DJ Lansfrog was talking about how he did the promo for the Mark Mothersbaugh glass frames,
and he put that album cover Psychic
and
TV
the Jim Jones album was on the wall behind him, and that prompted me to that Malcolm has one of those. Well, yoink.
Well, check this out. So we were at this glasses. Mark Mothersbaugh has his own line of glasses, right? And they're really high-end metal frames, like really classy, expensive. And so he had this release party in LA at this really fancy glasses shop in Hollywood. And so they had this reception, and they had all these glass cases full of his glasses, and then hanging around the room, kind of dividing the room into parts. They had these big photos. They were probably about this big of famous people wearing his glasses, and they'd be framed between glass, like hanging from the ceiling. I can't remember how it was done, but it was really artsy fartsy cool. And so you'd walk around and just every now and then turn the corner and see like Fred Armisen wearing them or DJ Lance Rock or whatever. So I'm walking around to this reception, drinking for free, and I'm looking and I'm like, oh, there's my friend DJ Lance. And DJ Lance was telling me about the photo shoot. And all he told me was that, well, I asked him what they needed me to provide for the photo shoot. And they said, well, bring what you want to wear and whatever you might want in the scene. So he just brought a ton of framed records, the clothes he wanted to wear, and he got to hang these records behind him. And I started looking at the records and I was like, wait a second, that one record there is the Psychic TV Jim Jones recording of just people drinking the poison and dying. And I'm like, holy shit. So I run to get Mark Mothersbaugh. I'm like, Mark, you gotta come see this. You gotta come see this. I pull him over there. I'm like, look, this album here is actually Jim Jones, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, really? Wow, that's really cool. I couldn't believe. I mean, DJ Lance is so like what's the word? Deviant in a lot of ways, and he'll just see something in there. I mean, he's a child show star, but he has the Jim Jones record.
that falls into cantankerous.
Well, I saw a photo of DJ Lance Rock once. I guess he was off the clock, but he was posing with a young fan, and he has a alien sex fiend shirt on. And he's posing with this little kid. I was like, that is sick, man. That is so cool. Yeah, you got to be the bad influence.
Well, and then Malcolm really turned me on some really good Tiny Tim with a little bit of red there.
Is there bad Tiny Tim? I don't think so.
No, and I honestly never gave Tiny Tim a chance until that album. It was like, hey, he was a one-song gimmick. I never delved into, and now it's like, thank you, Malcolm. I spent a whole fucking evening, instead of sleeping, I found other Tiny Tim online, and 1.5 hours of sleep that night.
Tiny Tim's one of those artists that's so bad good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, he was so into music, and he was so into this vaudeville kind of style of stuff, and his voice was amazing.
Listening to him sing his favorites, it brings a tear to your eye. It's so damn good. And then,
and have you heard "The Cat Gave Me Herpes"? That song he did called "The Cat Gave Me Herpes." It's a whole song about the cat giving him herpes.
Okay, now I'm going to spend the night looking for that. You too, with the Tiny
so Negative Land, the guy, Negative Land, right?
Oh yeah,
the sound play. They released helped release a record by him, and I think that was the one with "The Cat Gave Me Herpes" on it.
Mm.
Yeah,
and then the largest album purchase I made lately. I don't know if you knew anything about that, but Blue Hour Records down the street from the Beachland. Fantastic.
In Ohio.
And they run they big with the Waterloo Alley Cat Project. And the first time I was there.
What's the Waterloo Alley Cat Project?
Oh, well, the first time I'm there, they've got this can on the counter for the local cats, and they're helping them out. And I, put some money in that can because I do love supporting the kitty cats, not kids. And they are, that's like, they are, you have to go, if you have not seen their project, behind there, they have a whole house for FIV positive cats, and they have a feed station. And there's another house that's called, it's Meow House, has a Bauhaus logo on it.
Really?
They are fantastic people, and they're supporting the street cats of that area. So, hey, is that Cricket? Oh, wait, no, that's Marty. And they did something with They Might Be Giants, where all the proceeds from They Might Be Giants albums for this one sale 2-week period would go to the Waterloo Alley Cat Project.
Oh, wow.
And they had a whole bunch of re-releases of their albums, and I think 11 albums. Now, they took 2 months to mail them to me, but that all went, I think they did something like $8,000 for the cats of that area. So next time when you're there for this year, go to ask them about, hey, what you got out back? They are the cat saviors of that street and that area. And
if you're ever in Amsterdam, there's a place called Die Katzenboot, and it's like a boat where all these cats live, and they just take donations, and you can go in and pet the cats, and that's really cool.
Because we foster, we've had 400 to 500 fosters through here, but we have 3 residents: the Gweech, my boy, Chloe, the house princess, and Rascal. Rascal has a half a tail, and he ended up here under strange circumstances, but the universe brings 2 cats.
Half-tail Rascal.
Well, I think Marty just broke my computer mouse.
And that's what cats do when the universe brings them to you.
His big fat ass. Just so who knows if I'll be able to even end the stream now because I don't have a mouse.
Oh, there won't be a last.
It's just going to go on for hours and hours.
Just blend in the next week until.
Let's see. It looks like it's survived.
You're going to go to sleep. SuperChat Charlie will take over.
You can't go to sleep when the stream's still going. That's against the rules.
What's his name? Charlie and Brother Brian, man. They had some great streams back in the day where they passed out.
Tim had a good sleep once on this stream.
Tim will come over. I was hanging out with him at the Totally Tubular.
Yeah,
and
I thought I would see a picture of you guys together, but I did not.
Susan was up front, and I smoothed my way up there for Thomas Dolby. I was there to hear She Blinded Me with Science, and then I conned the security into letting me go out. And it's like, if you have merch, please let me go out and put it in my car. They made me pay $110 for parking because I wanted to leave early. It's 3.5 hours home, and I had to work at 6 a.m.
$110 for parking.
Well, that was the top tier. I paid the $45, and schmoozed my way into the 110. But I'm like, hey, security guy, can I go out and take this to my car? And you can rewind me. And they're like, why can't you let me go in and out? If you're going to recheck me, please. You have the security people. You paid for that. So my beef.
Because you're going to go out there and do dirty, nasty things.
That too.
Free beer.
My
beer and liquor.
My beef with them for that meet and greet, $239. 110 was what they were asking for parking. So you're over $400 to get in the door. Now Live Nation sells the ticket. Live Nation owns that venue. They staff it. It's all them. So
there's a question.
You get in there.
What was the name of the Anti-Sing Glow in the Dark album? Says Record Man. I forget. And no, Cammy Todd is from Pennsylvania, I think.
Live from quarantine?
Oh yeah, Live from Quarantine. That's what it is. Yeah. Cool. Thank you. Record Man. And Cammy, Todd is from Pennsylvania.
Yeah, they hit me for $30 for a frozen drink, and I go down to as VIP was in, they're opening the gates for everybody else. I'm like, let me get down the hill, get a beverage before everybody's there, and it's hot as balls and sticky, and they're not open. We only sold a few tickets for this, so we're not opening all the stands. I'm like, you're not selling frozen alcohol on a day like this? What's wrong with you? Oh, it's at the top of the hill. I'm like, have you noticed my morbid obeseness? I'm in shape, but it's like, hey, I'm fat and I've been up and down this hill already. So I go back up. Now I'm in a long line. $80 and change for a soft pretzel, no cheese, this ice cream in a bag, soft serve, and 2 beverages.
Holy cow.
This is where you got to start working for backline for the bands to get in free.
So that's why they won't let you go to your car.
So then I bought 2 albums, a Thomas Dolby headband, some merch, $135 there. So when I'm leaving, I'm like, hey, guys, last night I spent $12 and I saw Massive fucking Hot Dog Recall go hard. And Al's voice was shot halfway through and he still went, and I got my value for my money. And tonight you pulled $750 out of me, which I could go to New York City on a plane.
Yeah.
And then have about $600 left to spend in Manhattan versus Cuyahoga Falls. Make me want to come here to see Sammy Hagar. And you tell me you got top name 80s bands. Where's Devo? Where's B-52s? Oh, wait. Did one band play their song twice because that's all they got? And they kicked ass at it. But
well, here's what people
forget about the 80s. Wow.
The 80s wasn't just new wave and pop. It was rap, heavy metal. So you could have had Ozzy, you could have had Public Enemy or Run DMC if there. Any 80s band could fill, but they have a certain idea of what 80s means.
Grandmaster Flash.
When
when
Live Nation manages a meet and greet, you get a 30-second run pass when they tell you it's going to be an individual. And hey, no signing. Oh, Tim was so sad.
I know he was.
But
he kept telling me he had a backstage pass from a friend. He would never tell me anything else. And I was like, well, depending on what band that guy's hooked up with, you're only going to be able to meet the band who that guy is with. But I knew he probably just purchased a VIP ticket. I mean, like,
yeah. So that was disappointing. It was hot. And well, if you're going to tailor we're not going to staff these food stations. We're not going to, and they're brilliant. Instead of having a snack bar, bring in a food truck. You don't have to fix the building, maintain the building, run utilities. When you don't need them, don't bring them in. Tell them to go away. At the end of the season, you don't pay them unemployment. They're subcontractors.
They probably make more money just being a dick to you. And you'll come back.
The Blossom Event Center? No, I will not. I'll go to New York City and spend less money and have a better time.
Well, you're one of the few that learned a lesson because those places are packed with jackasses
Live
all the
Nation.
time.
I don't want to taint your show here, but my ass crack is available for Live Nation right now.
That could be your first live stream on your own channel.
At the end, I lost I thought I lost my key. So when I went out to put my merch in the vehicle, I had to beg him to rewind me. And I'm like, you know who would bring in a gun? The guy just sweet talked you into going out to his car. The guy distracted you with a funny hat. Please do your job and make me feel safer about not getting shot in an event like this. So
I don't know what's worse, that or getting rewinded.
He likes the wand. Don't give him that crap. He likes the wand. He's always asking you to wand him.
I'm back in for Thompson Twins and Thomas Dolby, the last two. Get my way to the front, and at the end, everybody's seeing the band, and I told about a third to a half of that crowd that I'm with these guys, and there's a special appearance after the show. So after Thomas Dolby, there's going to be maybe some spuds coming out.
I am not into spreading lies.
I mean, I got to jump on traffic when all them people are hanging out at the bottom of the hill, and I'm back up there in my car going, bye. I got a 3-hour drive.
Well, if half those people, probably nobody knew who Devo was, who you're talking to. Like, who, Devo? They do Rock Lobster.
People working for Live Nation were saying, I guess I know who you're here to see. I'm like, that's funny because they're not here.
Yeah, I guess you don't know what the hell's going on in your world.
But hey, they're getting paid poorly. The staff at the event center, fantastic. The policies and fees of that organization can suck a bag of greasy dicks.
They know their market.
Yeah. Well,
those people have expendable income.
Me losing that key, I don't care if I lose. I at that point, I'm walking back up the hill to my car to get out first, feel the pockets, and the key's gone. I got that new smart key.
That's what you get for lying about Devo concert.
That's it. My penance.
Boogie Boy got your ass.
And he shouldn't have. And I used the monkey to do it. So I'm all over the place and ask them, like, hey, you got these phone chargers. I got to be mobile because I got a tile finder on that, like an AirTag on my key. I don't need my credit card back. I can cancel it. I don't need my cash. I don't need my wallet. I need that key so I don't have to call my wife to drive 3 hours up there.
Yeah. What happened in the 20 seconds?
My inebriated ass left the key in the car when I dropped the merch off.
That's what you get. Your lying ass ways.
It was a great show.
If you just told people,
but
the truth and said that their lives were meaningless and they're not even there for the right reasons.
Now the truth can be told. Every man, woman, and mutant shall know.
You just said, look, you guys really need to take a huge dump right after this band plays, and then you'll go get parking because they would have listened to you. Well, maybe we do need to take a huge dump right after this.
That would be a very suggestive thing.
It's always good.
Yeah, I should have reconsidered wearing the dumb because so many drunk suburban soccer moms were coming up to me, sweaty, menopausal, going like, "Diva, get a picture," and I'm like, I always oblige, but it's like, do you know how many did it there? They're aware of who it is, and they all wanted a picture. And
they just know that hat and that word. They don't really know.
Like, I left mine in the car for this reason. And it's like I can't escape.
Jesus. Well, thanks for your story of pain and anguish.
And jubilation. There's always jubilation.
At least you had the funny glasses on for it.
I had my mother's ball frames on.
You look constantly angry with those on.
I thought it was quizzical.
Guys, I can't thank you enough for helping me fill 30 minutes with just chatting with you.
Well, if you need some Nolan replacement, I offer.
See, Tim would never do that.
I mean, he doesn't show up. He falls asleep when he's here. I mean, what good is he?
He's the best co-host ever. That's my longest living friend.
I won the Moon Area High School burping championships. I took second in 1990, but Jim Davis made his vocal cords bleed. So how can you beat that?
That's way over my head. It's too many syllables. Now, next Thursday, if you guys show up here and I need a little help up here on the screen, I'm going to be reaching out to you because I can't really depend on Mr. Nolan. So we'll see what happens. But let's stay in touch about this Detroit possibility. If you hear of anything going on up there, Randy, what are you picking at your stigmata for? Those are there. You died for people's sins. Leave the stigmata alone. Let them heal.
And
don't pick the scabs.
But it keeps popping out, so it's like ready, but it just won't pop out.
9-inch nails. 9-inch nails. Not the band, the apparatus. So yeah, thank you guys for hanging.
Thanks for having us.
Please show up next Thursday and we'll have fun again. Please, thank you. And look, it looks like you're wearing a little tiny dome on your head. Wow, you've been going to school for that.
I think he set that picture up behind him just for this.
That's the rim of the rabbit hole right there.
Last question here. for last question for Randy, you going to play some tunes tonight, Randy?
No,
Okay.
got to get up there.
He streamed out. All right, guys. Thank you, Randy. We'll salute you.
Later.
See you next time, buddy.
Duty now.
All right. All right. Yep. Todd, thanks for your story of pain and anguish and being fucked by
And
the man.
Jubilee.
Nice to have you on screen. Thanks for coming. It's good to see
And
you.
look for a package with some bubble wrap in it.
Oh, God, I can't wait. All right, buddy. May the rock and roll gods bless you. See you, man. Fuck yeah. All right. I love my friends. Thank you. No, I'm not doing another 4-hour stream tonight, Adrian. that was a fluke. That was I don't know. No, I can't go the 4 hours tonight. I don't have it in me. I don't have the content. I don't even have enough drinks to take me through that. I would probably need more liquor to make me do a 4-hour stream tonight, but maybe next Thursday. You never know. If things going good next Thursday, I don't think I have anything planned for the Friday morning after. So you guys, thank you all for coming. I really appreciate it. And for putting up with the snafu we had at the beginning. And may the rock and roll gods bless you all. And I will leave you with Charlie holding his damn chicken. And watch out, because he may use it as a weapon. All right? Last in the chat gets put in the hat, the name. Hat in the chat. So anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about. I don't have to explain. All right. Bye-bye. Chicken.